Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to My Music Hangout with myself, Phil Aston, and
me, Sue.
Sue Aston sitting next to me. And we've got a fantastic guest from Chicago today. Eddie Codlin is going to be playing some tunes for us. Before we start, I'd like to say a heartfelt thank you to Christine DeGraff.
Absolutely.
For allowing us to become involved in My Music Hangout and take it to its next stage. And this is the first show we're doing like this. And these shows are going to be, the specific artist-driven shows are going to be kept to 30 minutes. And the whole idea is that for the audience, you get to know an artist a bit more deeply, find out what their influences are, what their first record was they perhaps bought, the stories behind the songs. And for the artists, they get 30-minute little show that they can use on YouTube to promote their stuff in any way they would like to. So we're very pleased to have Eddie with us from Chicago. And I think, well, should we start straight away with some music?
I think we should.
Okay, Eddie, what are you going to play for us?
Well, it was gloomy, but the sun just came out. We had really, really beautiful weather here in Chicago for November. It was in the 60s and 70s. But last night it just dropped, and the temperature dropped, and it got really cold, damp, and windy. And so I have the one song that I wrote called Gloomtown. There's a story behind that, and it was like when I first got back in the music scene again in 2011, we had a long stretch of sunless days. I think it was like record-breaking. And so I wrote a song about it, and it was pretty crazy because I was saying, wow, the suicides are up because of gloom, and sure enough, it's in the newspaper, suicides, and it goes the longest stretch, and sure enough, it's a record-breaking stretch of gloom, and people are meaner now because the crash of the economy and all the other crap.
Yeah.
So I kind of like make fun of it all, making light of a bad situation, and so. This is a song I do called Gloomtown, and I wrote it about Chicago in mid-December all the way to the beginning of February 2011.
Okay, take it away.
It goes like this. Are we on? Hold on. Oh, man. I didn't, boy, this is going to crash, guys.
It's okay. It's live, you see. It's live and it's rock and roll.
Very
This
live.
is what it's all
I
about.
did not want my battery to burn out, and these newfangled Ovations got the bad. So I didn't.
Oh, Ovation. We'll talk about the guitars later as well.
Yes. Gloomtown. Welcome to Gloomtown, where the sun shines only once a month and the suicides happen daily. Welcome to Gloomtown, where it's cold and damp with a chill to the bone. The sirens are constantly wailing, yeah. Used to be a boom town, but the times got tough and the people got mean. Used to be a boom town, but with too many people it became unclean. Welcome to Gloomtown. Take a look around all over this town. It's enough to make you shudder. Welcome to Gloomtown, where the air is thick and it'll make you sick. They can't get around the clutter, no. Used to be a boom town, but the times got tough and the people got mean. Used to be a boom town, but with too many people it became unclean. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Get the hell out of Gloomtown. I couldn't listen to if you pay me the moon with the dust trailing off behind me. I'm playing a different tune now. I'm so far away, it's a different day. Nobody will ever find me, no. Used to be a boom town, but the time got tough
Hurrah! Excellent.
Right, thanks.
Oh,
That was
that was
wonderful.
great. Really, really passionate vocals. Fantastic.
Cool.
Yeah, really cool.
It's a great way to start the show,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
brilliant. We've got Christine Drysdale's here. Hello, everybody.
Oh, hi, Kristen.
And we've got Aslin as
Hey,
well.
hey,
Thank you
hi,
for popping in.
Lynn.
And Eleanor as well.
Elena, yeah. Excellent.
Brilliant. Fantastic.
So
Well,
was the sound okay? I mean, wasn't
Great.
cussing or nothing? Do I have to adjust? Okay, cool.
no, I love the guitar sound. What guitar are you using there, Eddie?
It's an Ovation. I used to have a few different ones. I got a nice wooden guitar, but for electric jamming, it gives you the best of both worlds. Got to cut away a real thin neck so I could do leads and stuff.
Ooh. Excellent.
So I can do the leads, and it's like playing electric acoustically.
Excellent. So you've told us a bit about the story behind that particular song. But what are your key influences? How did you start?
Well, when I was younger, I guess my brother had he had a wider variety. He played guitar and sang. So I mean, I got into a lot of stuff he was singing. Zeppelin, a lot of the bands in the '60s and '70s. My main influence. My sisters were into Motown. My brother was into rock and roll. The Who, Led Zeppelin, and Pink Floyd. And Yes. I always loved. For some reason, I always loved Yes. I know it's not. It's more like classical music put to rock and roll with the way they composed everything and arranged everything. And it really dug that stuff. It's like I always called it like gears in a clock. Everybody's doing something different, but put together it all makes a nice sound.
Yeah.
And later on, a drummer friend of mine in a band turned me on to the Grateful Dead. And so I started listening to Grateful Dead, and I got into some more American music, Leonard Skinner, Grateful Dead, and stuff like that. So basically, '60s and '70s are my favorites. That's the real heart of music. Everything was great.
I noticed on your YouTube channel you do a song by Buffalo Springfield. Do you?
Yes.
Yeah. Are they an influence of yours?
Oh yeah, definitely. And I liked all Crosby, Stills, and Nash on their own. I love Neil Young on his own. I mean. Great stuff, yeah. Buffalo Springfield for sure. Like that goes right into that late '60s stuff,
Yeah.
And they took folk rock and then put electrically and just jazzed it up a bit. You know what I mean? It was real cool. They took some Dylan songs and rocked that out. You know what I mean? So it does some great stuff. Yes.
Fantastic. And how long have you been writing your own music for?
Well, I've always been a weirdo writing poetry and stuff like that. I mean, compared to, everybody's like, what is it, writing poetry and lyrics? What are you going to do with that? But, it's like, hey, I got an imagination. I got to do something with it or I'm going to go nuts with it. These ideas running around in my head like squirrels on a wheel here. So,
Can we?
Anyway,
squirrels on a wheel. That's that. We love that.
The treadmill, you know what I mean? Okay, so... yeah, I started writing a couple of songs I put together in 2011 because I'd never really put anything together from beginning to end before that. I was always into cover bands. I was playing bass for these guys, or I was doing solo acoustic things, but mostly cover songs, a lot of Grateful Dead, Neil Young, Buffalo Springfield, stuff like that. And I quit playing for a while. I mean, I never really quit. I mean, I wasn't playing fluently. You know what I mean? I wasn't out there all the time. And it was around 2010, end of 2010, and I got back into it. And I said, I'm not doing cover songs anymore. Of course, I have done a couple since then. But I made them my own way. I mean, like the way I do Buffalo Springfield, I do it totally different than they do it.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, we really like that.
But what it is I just started writing. I had old ideas, and I still had poetry and lyrics I wrote down. Unfinished, like there's a couple songs I have 2 verses to, and I just added the other 2 verses and the choruses and stuff like that, and a couple little melodies running around my head, and I put that together, and I started writing my own songs, and I started putting them together, completion, from beginning to end, and I decided to go out and buy myself a little mixer recorder. I don't do any of my recording with software online. I use a Tascam DP02. It's an 8-track Porta-Studio.
With tape. With tape?
No, it's digital. It's digital.
All right.
No.
I have one of those.
Reel to reel ain't so bad. I mean, that's actually making a comeback. But
Yeah.
this is it's a digital, but it's only an 8-track, and I just sit down there in the basement with the headphones. I'm sitting right there, and I push this button, and I start playing, so I throw the rhythm down, and I throw the alternative high rhythm. I always have a high rhythm buried under it. Then the bass goes, and then I put the vocals and leads usually go last. I don't use drums on my tracks because I'm not a big fan of digital drum tracks.
Yeah.
They're too stiff for me. I'm more bouncy, and I need that human touch. And I am in the midst of trying to get a band together, but we'll see where that goes. So I would love to take this stuff out and be able to do it complete. You know what I mean? With all the instruments. And I'd love to be able to throw some leads. Like right now, I need to get what do you call loop pedals so I can have
Yeah.
the rhythm going. And because I like playing leads, but it's hard to just stop playing your song and going off into a lead and then going back into it. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah,
what's
true.
this guy doing?
Well, your last song was called Gloomtown, which obviously the amount of energy you're showing tonight, you could probably light up the whole of Chicago
Probably.
all on your own. So what's the next song you have for us, Eddie?
Hi, you know, it's a new one. I just came out with it a couple of weeks ago. It's a little slower, but it's got a little intensity to it. It's called Based Upon Deception.
Okay,
And,
take it away.
I'll tell you what that one's about after I'm done.
Okay.
Okay.
I see the way they look into your eyes. And I see the way they fall for all your lies. And I see the way it all slides on down the hill. And I see the way, yeah, and I see it still. It all comes down to perception. It all comes down to the way one feels. It's all based upon deception. And I know that what's real. I see the crime gets buried by the light. And I see the time and it keeps slipping by. And I see the way they bow to your command. And I see the way they just don't understand. It all comes down to perception. It all comes down to the way one feels. It's all based upon deception. And I know you're hiding what's real. And I see the way they keep coming back for more. And I see the way they follow you out the door. And I see the way that you hold on to the dream. got caught up in the last verse, and as I went up into a, I said, and I caught myself because there's a break in there with the lead and stuff, and that's a shortened version acoustically. So anyway,
Well, I thought
loved it.
you came across as someone who's playing in front of about 7,500 people. To be quite
Yeah.
honest, I thought that was
It's
fantastic.
amazing.
And
cool.
I say the
Cool.
energy, is people might think we've got lots of lights this end. No, this is purely the energy coming off Eddie's music that's
He's lighting us up.
that is lighting us up.
Wow.
Christine says, and that's what she was thinking as well. The amount of energy that's coming from you. We've got Michael Thomas
Michael
is saying
Thomas.
Eddie's in the house,
I love y'all, man. You guys are great. Thanks.
and
Oh,
Candy.
Candy, hi.
I mean, Candy's Candy
Oh,
is
she's
fantastic.
fantastic.
I mean, it doesn't matter what time we do anything.
I know.
Candy's always there,
Amazing.
which makes us think that in Tokyo never sleeps, or,
Oh.
Candy never
or
sleeps.
Candy never sleeps. But so, what's the story behind that tune, Eddie?
Well, I don't want to get too in deep with it because I might offend some people, and you know how people are. It's about politicians. We're in a campaign season here in the United States, and
Yeah.
so it's about a specific guy, and I won't say. I'm sure if you read it into the words, you'd figure it out. But it could be about any politician, or it could be just about anybody, or you know, the con artist selling us and snake oil or whatever.
Yeah,
It's
we have
about
those.
you know, it all comes down to perception because you see, what do you, preconceived, you know, ideas. I mean, what you think, you know, somebody tells you what you want to hear, and you know, but it's all based upon deception in the end. You know what I mean? And but it's all up to you to believe it or not. And that's why it all comes down to the way one feels. And so yeah, we're in a pretty crazy time here around the world, not just here in the States. But yeah, it's a campaign season, and there's a lot of deceivers out there. Hey, how y'all doing? Let me kiss your baby and shake your hand. Hi.
Something Aslin, who's actually
Yeah.
she's watching from Morocco.
Morocco.
Holy cow.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah.
He's having a
Wish,
great.
you know, beautiful warm weather, North African palm trees, and
Oh,
Yeah.
Mediterranean breeze. Hey.
And we've got
lovely.
Gina.
Hi,
It's-
Gina. Thank you.
Another warm place. Hi, Gina.
And,
Yeah.
This works. And
Kimon.
Kimon.
Yeah, fantastic. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Yeah, thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Eddie, who would you say is your vocal influences? You've got such a strong, powerful,
All right.
emotional voice. Who are your vocalists that you really like?
Here's the thing too. Back in the '80s, and you know, like when I was really going into it, everybody had the high voices. Everybody's still singing the high voices, and it's just hard for a guy like me. I sound like you know, you can listen to my voice. I'm pretty gruff, you know, and it takes a lot of confidence to be able to sing with a voice like mine because I never had any training or anything like that, obviously. But who's my influence? I mean, I always liked John Lennon, but I could never sing as sweet as him. And he was one of my favorite writers too. I have to say, I really have to say, I love John. Out of all the Beatles, John was my favorite, but the Beatles altogether were great. I don't sound like anybody though. I mean, I have a hard time sounding like anybody. I mean, I might be able to get away with a Bruce Springsteen soon, because he's got a kind of gruff voice, too, you know. Or maybe Joe Cocker after I've had a few drinks and a pack of cigarettes. I don't know, but. But
No, but
I don't know
very
who I
distinct
sound like,
voice.
but I guess I sound like me.
Well, that's perfect, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what we're all aiming for.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
You do, because I can't think of anyone in particular you
No.
sound like, but it's a very, very but I mean that in a very
It's a
positive way.
compliment.
The compliment.
No, I understand completely.
Yeah.
It's an original sound, and that's what an artist should strive for.
Of
I
course.
mean, nobody really wants. I mean, if you're an artist and you're looking to sound like someone, then you're not really an artist. You're just a copy.
No.
You're a
Not
carbon
being-
copy. You might even write newer versions of the old songs, whatever. But I mean, every artist should strive to be himself or herself.
Do you play locally around the Chicago area?
Well, I'm on the south side, and I tell you what, south side is mostly blue collar. There's a lot of shot and beer joints. There's a few clubs, but it's a lot of covers down here. The north side is where you got all the basic arts going on. You got the art galleries, you got the coffee house, reading houses, you know. they read poetry up there, for God's sake. You try reading poetry in a bar down here, they'll kill you. You know, I mean, they'll tar and feather you and send you out on the street. I'm not kidding. And and there's a couple of college. It's an older part of the city, the northern end, so that's probably why it's got more culture. There's art galleries, as I said, and all the stuff's up there. There's colleges up there, and the college kids are always looking for new stuff. And down here, the young people go out they might go to a dance club, to meet, greet, and all the other things young people do.
Yeah.
And but it's mostly covers down here. You rarely hear originals. But yeah, I do play. There's a few open mics I'll go to around, and I'll bleed their ears out here and there. And I sat in with a band last year or the year before, whatever it was, but that was just a short-lived thing. And but no, there's not a lot of opportunity down here. And besides, anyway, once I get established, I figure I'll go out. Maybe people will know me more, And my name is getting out there. A lot of people are wondering, how come you're in Chicago? How come nobody knows about you yet? I mean, I'm not saying I'm that good, but I'm getting that good. I mean, or that popular. I think
we're enjoying it.
Well, we're enjoying it, and we have people from the USA, the UK, Morocco, Japan, and so you're getting out there. I would say France. Yeah. So
Lionel from France.
Yeah. Oh yes.
I'm building confidence. I'm getting more experience, and
yeah. Got Lionel from France is here,
and we've got Aaron from Memphis.
Aaron from Memphis.
Hey. Double A. That's his nickname. We call him Double A.
Oh dear.
Excellent. Right. So what's the next tune, Eddie?
Ooh, ha, he, ha. I have a couple I'd like to do. All right. No. Accidents of Pleasure. Get Back Tomorrow. Or what? No, I don't want to do a cover. All right. You know what? I'll tell you. And there's a story behind this one. It's personal.
Okay.
So let's do this one. It's called Get Back Tomorrow. get it back. Ah, take it back, take it back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll get back tomorrow. Little emotion at the end.
Excellent. Well done.
Yeah, well done. Candy
Cool.
says, My Music Hangout is not a show without Eddie, just saying.
Oh, you are the best, Candy. It's been a long time. Thanks.
And John says, hello from Minneapolis.
Hi, John. Thanks for tuning in.
And Aaron, thanks for the shout out. Aaron, thank you for supporting us as well. It's great
Thank
to see you.
Love y'all too.
And Eddie, do a Christmas song on a float for the Christmas
Ooh.
parade. All the California watches with excitement.
Talk about
Thank you very
exposure.
much.
Yes, indeed.
Well, yeah, there you go. One question, because you play with such passion. I mean,
Yeah.
do you go somewhere in your head when you're playing? Because obviously you're just playing in front of a webcam.
Even
I mean,
back
how
in
do you do that?
How'd you get in
Even
this
back
band?
in the day when I would do covers, I would only sing songs that I at least, if the song itself, I didn't do something that was in the song. I mean, something I could relate to, something I could believe in. I mean, I can't just take a word or a thing and just, sing about it, or talk about it. It's got to be something I really believe in. And the words I write, I pretty much believe in. I wish I should have done Accidents of Pleasure, but that's a cool tune too. But no, it's you got to believe in what you're doing, I suppose, and believing in. Yeah, and I do. I float into a place in my own little place,
Excellent.
Yeah.
Like that one, I was getting back tomorrow. I was taking it back, all the missed opportunities. It's like as long as you have a breath left in you, you still have a chance. There's always something that you could do. You know what I mean?
Brilliant. Excellent.
Wise words.
Time, all that stuff, it doesn't matter. If you really want to do something, you're going to do it. You might not make $1 million off it, but at least you're going to do it, And if you don't do it, you never know. You're going to feel shitty inside. Excuse the mood.
True. Very true.
That's okay. Yeah, very, 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 very true.
And that makes you get bitter. If you don't at least try, you're just going to say, oh, I could have done this, or I could have done this, or I should have done that, But, at least try. If you fall flat on your face, so what? You gave it a try. Hey, you never know.
You just never know.
Never know.
Well, this has been a fantastic first show, hasn't
It's been
it?
a great
It's
start.
been fantastic.
Amazing.
And technically,
I feel blessed that you guys allowed me to open this thing
Well,
up.
thank you.
Thank you, guys.
it's been
Pleasure is
brilliant.
ours.
Technically, we said the show was going to be exactly 30 minutes, and exactly 30 minutes has passed. However, if this was a real stage and people had come out to see you,
This is it.
they would be shouting for more.
An encore.
And they would be demanding an encore.
Cool.
So I think we should have an encore.
I
We
think
should have
it'd be
another
rude
tune.
not to.
Yeah, we should have another tune.
Let's rock this one out.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's kind of jazzy and rocky. Or bluesy, jazzy, rocky, whatever. It's called Accidents of Pleasure. Half the people you know are here by chance. Maybe a couple connected and they started to dance. Half the people you meet take in a certain measure. The only reason they're here is from accidents of pleasure. As hard as it is for a fatherless kid or a child without a mother, and half of us on a crowded bus, and probably your younger brother. Yeah, 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 yeah. Half the people you see are here for passion play, but loving ain't free. Someone's always gotta pay. And everywhere you go, And everywhere you've been, some of them you know, some of them you play. Accidents you meet out on the street. Oh no, they simply don't have a clue. Accidental pleasures, they've been around forever. Oh, it really ain't nothing new. Oh, no, no, no. Accidental pleasure, don't forget those words. Some can be a treasure, and some can be a curse. But when you look in their face, and you see them smile, nothing takes your place like the love for your child. As hard as it is for a fatherless kid. Oh, a child without a mother. And half of us on a clouded bus. And probably your younger brother. Oh, accidents you meet out on the street. Oh no, they simply don't have a clue. Accidental pleasure, they've been around forever. Oh no, it really ain't nothing new. Oh no, no, accidental pleasure, they've been around forever. Oh no, it really ain't nothing new. Oh no, no, no.
Brilliant, fantastic. Really enjoyed that one too.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Right.
Candy says, awesome show as ever. Gina, it's rock, blues, funk, dig it. And Aslin, wonderful song to close,
Oh,
folks.
thanks,
And good
Lynn.
night from
Good
Morocco.
night to
Good
you.
night.
And Lionel, each song of Eddie's is the best. You rock, Eddie.
Lionel, you are great. Thank you so much.
Well, that's been an absolutely stunning show.
Fantastic
Absolutely
start.
brilliant. And thank you so much, Eddie, for being our first guest
Yeah,
and our
amazing.
first show. It's absolutely brilliant. We really enjoyed it. And I hope you'll join us again sometime in the
Yes.
future.
And I will be tuning in to check it out. I can't wait to see who's next week's performer. It'll be just a weekly show, right? Or
Oh, I might be weekly, it might be bi-weekly. We're still
Okay.
experimenting with the time, so we're going to we're still sorting out who's going to be on the next one. But I mean, it's going to this has raised the bar to what people.
this seemed to have gone well. I mean, we got everybody from around the world.
Yeah.
We went global here. That's
Global
cool.
audience.
Yeah, we're very very pleased with the support we've had. And
Yeah,
yes, so
thanks,
thank you to
guys.
everyone who's watched from
Thanks to the
around the world.
audience.
Thank you. Yes, thank you, everyone, and thank you too.
Yeah, thank
very
you,
much.
Planet
Pleasure.
Earth. So thank you,
Okay,
everybody,
Bill,
and we'll
thank you, Sue. Bye, guys.
see you on the next one.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thanks,
Bye,
everybody.
everyone.
Bye.